I'm John Utter, Gene Young, ready to bring you game number 2, and we expect an exciting game, Gene, as Lansing is tied for first with Lake Michigan College. The Jayhawks are just one game behind in third place, so it should be a dandy.
Should be a dandy, and for a big game, we got a big-time official, Todd Gearlings, Todd Frazier, and Mike Hillary, all from the area.
These two squared off down in Lansing on the 28th of January. It ended up being 227 points before it was done. Lansing winning 125 to 102. Very high-scoring game. Ball's tipped away, goes out of bounds, off of Muskegon. 15 on the shot clock.
Boy, let's hope we got a game like the first one. Very few fouls, a fast game, fast-paced game, and good victory for Coach Recknagel and his ladies.
And Edmonds takes the pass and lays it in off the glass.
My friends at lunch today said they figured a 10-second shot clock would be appropriate in this game.
Yes, they scored 227 points between the two teams in their first matchup. And we have a whistle. Fouls on Javon Haynes of Lansing. First foul on either team. Torrens. Being checked by Morton. Bounce pass over to Roberson. Now Sanders. Torrens puts up the shot from the far side. Rebounded by Haynes. Edmonds kicks it off into the corner. And a three-point shot by Morton. First 5 points by the Stars. Roberson. Nice shot there by Sidner. Edmonds. Ball goes out of bounds. Jayhawk ball. Torrens to Sidnor. Little left-hander does not go for Kennedy. Near wing, three-point shot, Haynes. Offensive board by Edmonds. Now James. Morton. Pass into Ba. Ba puts it in off the glass. Eddie Torrens. Little drive, has his shot blocked by James.
James pretty agile, 6'4", 290 pounds out of Holt High School. That's NFL weight.
Pass into Kennedy, now back out to Sidnor. Three-point shot is good. Ba leans in and a blocking foul will be called on Sidnor.
Not a popular call among the players and coaches of Muskegon.
Ba leans in, can't finish. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Lansing.
Missed shot and then a tip out of bounds.
Now Sidnor. Roberson works through traffic. Roberson has his shot partially blocked. Now Haynes with an outlet. Edmonds lays it up and in.
Speed, 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 John Arter.
Very, very quick. Sidnor tried to get his man up in the air. Pass over to Sanders, goes out of bounds. It's a Jayhawk turnover.
Pass wasn't even close. Settle
No.
down, gentlemen.
3-point shot does not go for James. Offensive board, now Ba. And Sidnor strips the ball away. Torrens ahead to Sanders. Sanders' reverse layup is good. Wise choice by Sanders. And a nice block by Kennedy. And they're going to call a foul. And it'll be on Morton of Lansing. I thought there was a nice block by Kennedy, who's a number 4, and he was pointed for. I thought, boy, he missed that one, Gene, but it was a foul on Lansing. That's the first foul on Morton, second on the Lansing Stars. Now Sidner. Torrens pulls the triggers on a 3, and it's good. That was a legit 3, too. He was a couple steps behind the line. Edmonds. Torrens with the rebound, quickly ahead. Sanders. And Torrens is right there to clean it up. Jayhawks by 3. Ball's tipped. Now James. It's good.
They may run out of lead, John Arter, writing down all these scores so quick. Very fast-paced game.
Pass down low. There's Sidner. Sidner puts it up and in. James. Martin. Ball goes out of bounds.
That's 4 quick turnovers for the Lansing Stars and played just over 5 minutes.
Morton called for that foul. That's his second, team's third. And Morton will be going to the bench. Mike Johnson checks in for the Stars. Torrens, baseline jumper. Nice offensive board and putback by Kennedy. Foul is on Ba. Kennedy with a chance to complete the three-point play. Off the iron. Another offensive board by Eddie Torrens. Now from the far wing, Sidner lights him up with another 3, and he's in double figures with 10. Edmonds to Johnson. Johnson passes on the tray. And he gets his defender up in the air and draws the foul on Roberson. Lansing will inbound on the far side. 14-19 left to go first half. An 8-point Jayhawk lead. Marcus Tumlin checks in for the Jayhawks. Edmonds over to Lewis. Lewis, three-point shot is good. Sidner. Sidner, three-point shot off the iron. Rebounded by Smith. Again, Lewis, three-point shot. Offensive board by Ba. Ba, left-hander, doesn't go. Ba gets another offensive board, and this one goes in. Moba.
Tremendous force on the offensive boards are the Stars.
Little floater by Sanders. Gets his own rebound. Now Eddie Torrance in the corner. Loose ball. Lansing quickly ahead. Now Lewis. Lewis, who likes that three-point shot, and he hits it. 2 out of 3 for Lewis. He's an outside gunner. We're tied at 19. Sidner. Sanders is fouled on the way. Colin Smith called for his first foul, team's 5th. Sanders at the line, shooting 2. Deshaun, good on the first free throw. Jordan Lewis checks in for Kennedy. Sanders makes them both. Johnson, three-point shot. Torrance with the rebound. Quickly ahead. Edmonds chases it down, and then it's tipped by Lewis. Goes out of bounds, a Jayhawk turnover. Now Edmonds to Johnson. James. Lewis pulls the trigger on a 3 again. Offensive board by Ba. Bounce pass. Johnson. No, but the tip by Edmonds doesn't go. And finally, coming down with it is Eddie Torrance. Torrance across the midcourt line. Bounce pass to Sidner. Now an outside shot by Tumlin. And we have a whistle stepping on the sideline. Unnecessary Jayhawk turnover.
Not a good one.
No.
Got to get a shot at the basket on each trip down the floor. Hopefully get some offensive rebounds, and it's going to take a lot of points to win this game.
Jayhawks by 2. Now Lewis, back to Edmonds. 15 on the shot clock. Lansing waiting for something to get set up here. 8 on the shot clock. Now Johnson. Johnson, far wing, three-point shot off the iron. Sidner chases down the ball along the near side. Ooh, a good look. Sees Lewis, and Lewis puts it in.
Give it to that open man.
That pass was a dart from Sidner down to Lewis. Now Lewis in the Lansing uniform hits another 3. That's his 3rd tray. Eddie Torrance kicks it back out. Now Tumlin. Ball is saved, inbounds, then goes out of bounds, Lansing ball. Now Edmonds. Over to Haynes. Spin move by Bond, not taken out of his hands right there. Here comes Roberson. Roberson leaves it behind. Eddie Torrance, three-point shot, a little too strong. Roberson with the offensive board. Roberson dishes off to Torrance. Torrance brings it back out. Plenty of time on the shot clock. All that took 6 seconds.
Yes.
Now a bounce pass down low. Kennedy.
Good shot in your face.
Now Haynes back out to Edmonds.
John, at this pace, we could get 100 from each team.
Yes.
They got 25 points halfway through the first half.
Tomlin keeps his pivot foot, kicks it back out to Sidnor. A 3-point lead for the Jayhawks. Sidnor drives the lane, leans up, and a blocking foul in the lane on Lansing. And that will be on Colin James, his first. Team 6 foul. Sidnor at the line, shooting 2. Sidnor misses on the first. Sidnor makes the second. Lewis trying to set up for another 3. On the other side, that's Martin. 3-point shot does not go for Haynes. Roberson with a rebound. Roberson, little pass into Tomlin. Kicks it back out to Sidnor. The Jayhawks reset. Tomlin. Sanders. Sidnor. 8 on the shot clock. Long pass in the far corner. 3-point shot does not go for Roberson. Battle for the ball. Lewis comes up with it for Lansing. Martin. Ba. Nice save there by Haynes, giving it back to Ba, and Ba goes up for the shot, is fouled. Kennedy called for his first foul, team's third. Ba to shoot 2, Jayhawks by 4. Ba is good on the first free throw. Ba makes both free throws. And Coach Mike Ingram of Lansing wants a timeout. 8:35 left to go first half. It's Muskegon 26, Lansing 24. John Arter and Gene Young back here at Bartell's Rory Gymnasium. A big thank you goes out to the MCTV crew. Doing a great job. We have Cade Messenger in the booth and Brighton Worrell on the camera, giving you great shots of Jayhawk basketball.
Good crowd in a fast-paced basketball game.
Yes. Roberson. Checked by Edmonds. Keeps his dribble. Pass down low. Pass was handled there by Sanders. Now back down in the post. Kennedy. And we have a foul on the post on Muskegon. Will be on Tomlin. His first, team's fourth.
Tomlin, quite a physical specimen out there.
Yes.
6'2" and 205 pounds.
Haynes back out to Edmonds. Reverse layup, does not go for Ba, goes out of bounds, Jayhawk ball. Roberson. Tumlin. 3-point shot for Tumlin off the iron. The putback is good. Martin makes the first free throw. Martin makes them both. Roberson. Bounce past the Torns. Now Sidner. Lewis on the baseline, puts the shot up and in. Jordan Lewis. Ball nearly stolen by Roberson, but Edmonds keeps control. Johnson to Haynes. Now Nichols. Back to Haynes. 12 on the shot clock. Pass into Haynes. And right down to the post. And James converts.
Using that 290 pounds to muscle in there for a layup.
Quick chest pass right to Sidnor. Now Sidnor in the corner. Eddie Torrance, high archer, 3-point shot does not go. Jordan Lewis down low. Cannot convert. The tip, no. And Lansing comes away with it after about 4 chances by the Jayhawks. Haynes puts it up and in.
We're not in the 30s with 6 minutes to play as right now.
Now Sanders out to Roberson. Roberson, little spin move. He's picked up by another star. Reverse layup doesn't go, but the tip does as Jordan Lewis gets his 6th point. Johnson is fouled on the way to the bucket. Jordan Lewis called for his first foul, team 6. We got a timeout as Coach Dave Schrump wants a timeout. Our score, Muskegon 32, Lansing 30. We'll be right back. John Arter and Gene Young back here. And Gene, this is quite a fast-paced game. Very athletic players on both teams.
It's a physical game, a clean physical game. A lot of balls jumping around and kids battling for it. Both teams are very quick, very physical. Boy, you're going to go up for a layup. You better be prepared because you could get hammered.
You're exactly right. Now Johnson at the line, shooting 2. He makes the first. An opportunity to tie the game with his second free throw here. And he makes them both. Now Sidner across the timeline, leaves it there for Roberson. Eddie Torrance. His pass is tipped away, but Torrance controls it. Now Sidner, near wing. Offensive board. It is broken away there, and then lead pass ahead to Haynes, and Haynes gets the flush. Roberson. Outside shot does not go for Eddie Torrance. Nichols with a rebound. Edmonds long ahead, leaves it up there for Haynes. Haynes gets back-to-back buckets.
Either one of these teams can score 6 points in a matter of 30 seconds, and Stars just jumped ahead by 4 with 2 quick baskets.
Referee Todd Gerling's giving James of Lansing a warning for delay of game. You can't touch the ball after your team scores a bucket. Now Sanders bounce pass to Kennedy. Torrance. Back to Sanders. Sanders with a drive, leans in, gets the bucket, and the blocking foul on Lansing.
Very difficult move to the basket. He got the bucket and also took a hard foul.
Colin James called for his second foul. Sanders at the line, chance to complete the three-point play. Sanders makes good. It's a 1-point game. .427 left. Morton passes over to Haynes. Now Morton, three-point shot is good. Sanders to Sidner. Near wing, Sidner spots up. Too much time there, too open, too much time. Lansing comes away with it. Now Haynes leans in and a blocking foul. My goodness. They're going to call Sidner for his second foul. Haynes at the line, shooting 2. Misses on the first free throw. Haynes hits a second. Eddie Torrance. Sanders. Now Tumlin. Ball tipped around. Edmonds gets the rebound for the Stars. Johnson. Edmonds working through traffic. Little spin move. Kicks it out to the nearest corner. In and out. And Nichols picks up the loose ball. Ball is stolen by Eddie Torrance all alone. Eddie just softly puts it in off the glass. Edmonds. Ball is stolen away by Roberson. Roberson to Torrance. Torrance puts it in again. pass into Ba. Ba, baseline jumper doesn't go. The tip, no. Kennedy, quick outlet to Roberson. Roberson leans in, too hard. Nichols with a rebound, tied up under the bucket. Possession arrow in favor of the Jayhawks.
.225 left in the first half. Boy, you just got watching this game. It's very physical, very quick, very athletic.
What a treat for us and for the fans across the way, Gene. It's two very athletic teams showing why they're up towards the top part of the Western Conference. Two talented teams like this. Lewis comes away with it for Lansing on that inbound. Down low, reverse layup is good by Edward Smith. Now Roberson leans in, the whistle. Fouls on Edmonds, his first. Roberson at the line. He'll shoot two. 2:10 left. In and out. Roberson makes the second.
2:06 to play first half.
Edmonds does not finish. Tumlin with a rebound for the Jayhawks. Sanders pulls up, puts the shot up, doesn't go. He'll go to the line to shoot two as the foul was committed by Tyler Lewis. Sanders at the line shooting two. Soft touch, drops through the cylinder. Sanders makes one of two. Edmonds. Haynes. Bah!
That was two. He was uncontested, John. That bothers me.
Now Roberson. Checked by Edmonds. Sanders, baseline jumper, in and out. Haynes with a rebound. Haynes leads right in and loses the ball out of bounds. There's no whistle as he ran into a Jayhawk, but he couldn't control the basketball. A minute 17 left first half.
Fast-paced game like this, Community College would love to go in with the lead.
Now Eddie Torrance near wing. Nice scoop. Ball does not go through the cylinder. Ba with a rebound. Haynes to Edmonds. Ba. Edmonds. Looking for a lane. Drives. And Kennedy rebounds for the Jayhawks. Roberson scoops and puts it in.
Down by one with 30 seconds to play.
Shot clock is off. 23 seconds left in the half. Edmonds. Lansing seems content to take the last shot here. They have a 1-point lead. Lewis, three-point shot, partially blocked. And Ba going to pick up the ball is fouled. by Tumlin. 3 seconds left. Ba at the line shooting 2. He made his first 2 free throws. He makes his third. In and out on the last one. Now Tumlin, half-court shot. And we're at halftime here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. Our score is the Lansing Stars 45, Muskegon 43. You're watching Jayhawk basketball here on MCC TV. We're back here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. The Jayhawks down by 2 at halftime here to the Lansing Stars 45-43. Our halftime guest is Jimmy Booth, the assistant coach of the Jayhawk men's basketball team. And Coach, how long has both these teams been playing with only a 10-second shot clock? My goodness, it goes up. There's a lot of quickness, very athletic teams here.
Yeah, we match up with them pretty well. We're a very similar team in terms of the level athletes we have and how fast we can play. And yeah, it's been an entertaining half to say the least. So
it matches up. Rebounds are both teams have 23 rebounds, and the turnovers and block shots. It's all very, very close. Aaron Sidner got things started there for the Jayhawks, hitting on all cylinders. Ended up with the first half with 11 points.
Yeah, he's starting to find his rhythm, shooting the ball again, and that's giving him some confidence. And when he can start hitting those mid-range jumpers, which he's so good at, kind of struggle a little bit in the beginning or middle of the year, but once he gets going with that, then he's in tough because he's always attacking, and he's such a tough finisher and tough player to guard.
Mm-hmm. And also Eddie Torrens and Kennedy have given you some nice boards action. They've got a lot of rebounds, 7 each from both of them, so they've contributed quite a bit on the boards.
Yeah, they have. They made a point of emphasis, for us to really, attack the boards on both ends. The first game they were able to out-rebound us, and I thought especially Justin and Eddie did a good job of a conscious effort to rebound the ball and give us some second chance points.
And really the only buddy that's getting rebounds is number 12, Mo Ba for Lansing. You've been doing a good job of boxing out everything else.
Yeah, there's some older guys, a little bit stronger in some spots, and that affects the rebounding. And we told our guys, you're not going to be able to out-jump everybody, and so you need to get a body on them and box them out, and I thought we did a good job of that.
Well, both teams are playing well. Of course, you want the shooting percentage to go up. You've been in the 40s. Both teams are in the 40s, which is good shooting from the field. What else did you talk to your team about at halftime, that adjustments you want to make yourself successful?
Well, we just talked about, a couple adjustments on offense, when their pressure kind of took us away from what we wanted to run. So we talked about making the adjustments there if we struggle to get to the wing at times, things like that. And then defensively, we just talked about, in the zone, one of their things they like to run and how we want to address that. And, we just got to get back on defense, giving up too many points in transition, especially on makes.
Well, the team has had a great season so far. This is the last game of the regular season. And not only do you qualify for districts, but there's a good chance that you'll be hosting a game this coming Tuesday.
Yep. It's interesting because, tonight everyone's playing and everybody has something to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out, but we'll worry about the next 20 minutes.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the second half here.
Thank you.
Jimmy Booth, the assistant coach for the Jayhawks. Always good to talk to Coach Booth. Now Lansing starts out, and a nice little easy layup is in for James. Lansing up by 4. And we're joined back here with Gene Young right here at courtside as we expect another exciting second half coming up.
Oh, I think we will, John. I think we're going to get it.
Jayhawks with the ball, down by 4. Now Sidner on the near side. Passes on the tray, kicks it back out. Sanders looking at a 3 off the iron. Ba with a rebound. Edmonds. Now a long, deep shot. 3 does not go. Offensive board by Haynes. Bounce pass is picked up there by Sidner. And quickly ahead, pass intended for Sanders, and he gets tangled up with Todd Gerlings, the official. He's part of the court, Gene, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and they lose the ball. Unfortunate if people yelling and screaming don't understand the rule, but the official is part of the court.
Yes. So Lansing gets the ball back. Martin over to Haynes. Now Edmonds. Edmonds cuts across the lane. Shot doesn't go. Tip doesn't go. The third shot does go for James. 6-point lead.
Jayhawks need a bucket here, John.
Yes.
Preferably a 3, but they'll take a 2.
Yes, Gene.
Just to get in the scorebook.
Right. They don't want to get too far behind. They're down by 6 now. And now Sidnor from the corner, 3-point shot. Offensive board by Kennedy, does not finish. And another board by Torrance, he does finish.
Good rebounding by the Jayhawks.
Torrance had 7 rebounds there in the first half. Now the tip forward to Sanders, starts a 3-on-2 break. Sanders doesn't go, the tip does for Torrance.
A beautiful tip, very athletic move.
Martin out to Edmonds. Edmonds travels. Jayhawk ball. They'll inbound from the far side. 17:42 left to go. A 2-point Lansing lead. Torrance on the near wing. Checked by Martin. Now Torrance, little floater, doesn't go. Gets his own rebound. The putback doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. And a travel will be called on Martin as he picked up his feet. Who says basketball isn't a physical game, Gene?
You can say that again.
Yeah.
And these kids play hard.
Ball's tipped away by Ba and stolen by Ba. Ba is fouled. Sidner commits the foul. That's number 3 on Sidner. Ba is 4 from 4 at the line on the free throws. Ba makes 3 first. He's 5 for 5, and Tumlin will check in for Sidner. Makes them both. Continues to be perfect at the line. Tumlin. Ball tipped away by Morton, out of bounds. Still Jayhawk ball with 20 on the shot clock. Roberson, pass out to Tumlin, 3-point shot, in and out. Now Edmonds. Pass over to Haynes, Haynes converts.
A lot of quickness out there, John.
Yes. Pass is tipped away, Torrance gets the ball, nice little bounce pass to Sanders, and Sanders is fouled. Ba called for his second foul. Sanders at the line shooting 2. He makes the first. Makes them both. Martin. Edmonds. Edmonds looking for a lane. Drives in. Leaning forward. Tumlin with a rebound for the Jayhawks. Tumlin loses the ball to Edmonds. Edmonds. No. Tumlin gets the rebound back. Pass ahead to Torrens. Jayhawks should have numbers. And Torrens hits from the near wing.
Physical game, a lot of contact.
Now, James over to and it's stolen away by Kennedy.
Chance to tie it up here on this possession, John Arner.
Torrens kicks it back out. Now Roberson, three-point shot is good.
How about take the lead? How about take the lead?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir. Edmonds to Martin. Haynes. Near wing. Little bounce pass. Martin has his shot blocked. Kennedy, quick outlet pass. Jayhawks again with numbers. Oh, and unable to handle it is Sanders. Went right through his hands. Now Lansing has the numbers. And a block there by Kennedy. Kennedy was not going to let them have an easy bucket. And there was no goaltending call either.
Jefferson Kennedy is a big kid, 6'6", 220, a very physical, talented athlete.
Once again, at the line. He's 6 for 6. And we hexed him there, Gene. This is his first free throw of the night. One more chance to make it a tie game by Mo Ba. And he does.
15 minutes to play, John, and we're all knotted at 54s. 15 minutes left in the game.
Sidner playing with 3 fouls. And a travel. Edmonds. Ball nearly stolen. Leaning in is and is fouled. If that is Sidner, that's number 4. It is number 4 on Sidner.
Sidnor, too valuable player to put on the bench, but with 4 personals, John, it's almost mandatory. Get him rested and get him back in there when you think you absolutely need him.
Splits the pair. Torrens, 3-point shot. Martin with a rebound. Edmonds leaves it there for Bob puts it in off the glass. A drive there by Roberson. A whistle. And that foul is on Colin James, his 3rd. Roberson at the line, shooting 2. Will misses the first. Kennedy checks in for Lewis. Will misses them both. 14 minutes left. Edmonds. Ba. Nearly a travel. Morton cannot finish. The tip does not go. And Tumlin gets the rebound. Sanders. Quick pass. Too hard right at the ankles of Will Roberson. It's a Jayhawk turnover.
Well, they're staying within striking distance, John, but they've been a little careless this second half with how they're handling the ball and patient for that good high percentage shot.
Now James, little spin move, blocked there. Pass ahead. Sanders lays it up and in.
Good pass, good pass.
And we have a timeout. 13-19 left to go in the game. It's Lansing 57, Muskegon 56. We'll be right back. Well, Gene, we're witnessing a very exciting athletic game. Neither team can pull away from the other.
No, they can't, and a lot of quickness out there. I'm just amazed at how quick the overall both teams are, and they play hard. Yeah, neither team's going to let them get that 7, 8, 9 point lead. We had, 4 points at one time, I think, differential, and
right.
Now it's back to 1.
Now Morton passes into James down low, and Haynes converts on the backside. Sanders. Top of the key. In and out. Tumlin with the offensive board. The putback is good. Tumlin is now in the books with his first points of the night.
We've seen Tumlin get hot and just he gets that 3-stroke, and we've seen a couple games he had 4 or 5 of them. We need that this second half. 12:30 left in the game.
Now Bob back to James. James leans in. They're going to call a block. That could have been going either way, but Tumlin gets called for the foul. Yeah, that's his third.
I thought that Tumlin had established himself. His feet were planted. He waited for him to come down on him. And all I know is he took a charge from a guy that weighed 290 pounds.
Tyler Lewis checks in for Lansing, and he's their 3-point shooter. He loves to shoot from behind the arc. He had 3 in the first half. Oh, Ba. Nice little spin move in the post.
Very, very nice move.
Now Sanders. Far side, little bounce pass into Kennedy. Left-hander doesn't go. Offensive board does go for Torrens. Boy, is he strong on the offensive board. Eddie Torrens.
Listed at 6'2", and boy, does he rebound hard.
He plays like he's 6'8". Ba. Offensive board and put back for Haynes. Torrens. Little floater. Ba with a rebound. Edmonds. Nice little dish off. And Johnson finishes.
5-point lead. Come on, MCC. You need a bucket. Stay close to him.
Spin move. Reverse layup. Doesn't go for Roberson. A ball goes out of bounds off of Ba, who was laying down on the court. Couldn't control the ball. .11:07 left to go in the game. Torrens to inbound. Nice little bounce pass. Roberson, turnaround jumper, doesn't go. Tumlin's there. His shot is blocked. Haynes comes away with it. He's double teamed in the backcourt. And Lansing calls a timeout. Haynes was in trouble back there in the backcourt. He's a double team. And Coach Mike Ingram made the call for the timeout. 10:57 left to go. Lansing 65, Muskegon 60. We want to thank the MCC TV crew doing a great job tonight bringing you Jayhawk basketball. We have Cade Messenger and Brighton Worrell giving you those great shots as camera and also a producer and director of Jayhawk basketball.
And we're going to be back Tuesday night.
Yes.
We didn't know that until recently that both teams will be playing Tuesday night. It'll be playoff hosted by MCC.
And a hard-working Colin James gets the bucket.
That's 7 points. They have to score on these possessions now.
Outside shot, Eddie Torrance. There's an offensive board by Sanders. The putback doesn't go. And now James gets the rebound.
Travel.
Lewis, three-point shot. And Johnson gets the rebound, throws the ball off of Muskegon. And it was last touched by Lansing. He may have been stepping out of bounds when he did that.
Break there. Now they got to convert, take advantage of that. $10-17 left in the ball game.
Roberson, checked by Edmonds. Tumlin leans in, and a blocking foul will be called on James. He felt he had position, but he committed the blocking foul, and that's number 4 on Colin James.
Well, we got a real key player with 4 as for Lansing, as we have a player with 4 for Muskegon, and that's our young man, Mr. Sidnar.
Yes.
He's been on the bench about 5 minutes now.
Yes. I was surprised he was back in there at about the 15, 16 minute mark with 3 fouls, but that's a decision that you make. Tumlin makes the first free throw. He makes them both.
9:57.
Edmonds passes on the tray. Kicks it out. Johnson leaning in, and Lewis is going to be called for his second foul. Lansing to inbound. Johnson, he puts up the 3. Lewis with a rebound. Tumlin. Now Torrance. Roberson pulls the trigger on a 3, a little bit short. And there's a board for Ba, and Ba's called for the travel as he loses his feet on the way down. Aaron Sidner back in the game with 4 fouls, Gene.
Yes, and I think the coaching staff realizes it's 5 down right now. We need to have a spark, and he's going to be our spark. He's a phenomenal player, and they'd like to see some of his three-point shooting come alive.
Now Tumlin, outside shot, Ba with a rebound. Haynes, Ba, Johnson, Sidner. Ooh, nice pass to Torrance, and Torrance converts.
Very nice pass.
Eddie now with 19 points for the game.
Got it down to 3 difference, 66-64. Lansing, 8:30 to play in the ball game. This is crunch time, John Arter. It's called crunch time.
And a travel by Edmonds right in front of Todd Gerlings.
You're going to a wing now. You're a wing now in 3. In 3, you're in a wing.
Well, Lansing counters. They're going to try to get some outside shooting. Their sharpshooter, Tyler Lewis, number 22 in the game for Lansing.
Mike Ingram, a veteran coach here at Lansing Community College.
There's a drive, and a shot is blocked. Roberson's shot is blocked. Kicks it out. Eddie Torrance, three-point shot is good. We're tied. Eddie Torrance, near wing tray. A drive by Morton doesn't go. Offensive board does not go for Bond. Now Torrance, 3-on-2 break. Roberson has his shot blocked. Edmonds will be called for the foul. Said he got body too.
Yeah, he got the ball, but his body slammed into the young man, and he's going to shoot two.
Will with a chance, two chances.
Now, last trip up, he missed both free throws, John. I can recall that.
Is that a negative hex? He'll make these then.
Okay, good.
He makes the first.
All right.
Good job, Gene.
One more. Well, it's the first time MCC's had their lead in a long time. I think they had it briefly once in the second half.
He makes them both. Great job, Gene. And the Jayhawks lead by 2. Morton to Haynes. Haynes, little floater. And Lewis has the rebounds for the Jayhawks. Eddie Torrance. Across the midcourt line, top of the key. Three-point shot is good. Torrance again. Edmonds. Now Lewis tries to answer with a three, and he does.
Boy, he's a good shooter, John Arter.
He's the sharpshooter that they put in play.
Yeah, Lewis out of Leroy, Michigan, Pine River High School.
Now they're refuting and saying that Eddie Torrance's last bucket was a 2, and Lewis has a 3. Seven minutes left. Torrance. Sanders in and out. Loose ball. And the ball goes off of Lansing. He had his back to the ball, and he's called for the last man touching the ball.
6:46.
Sidner. Ball's tipped away there and stolen by Morton. Morton leans in, gets the bucket, and he's fouled.
Well, yeah, John, tell me how that went in. He tipped it on the way up, and it was spinning the right way. That's one thing it had going for it.
Sanders called for his first foul. Morton at the line. He misses. Eddie Torrance double teamed, and the ball is stolen away by Morton. Morton, a little dish pass away, unable to finish. And the rebound was by Kennedy. Kennedy was fouled in the backcourt by Haynes. Only the team's 5th, but he may have stopped a fast break by the Jayhawks, Gene.
Yes. Probably not a bad foul. And we're not in a 1-on-1 situation.
No.
As
so it stopped the fast break there for the Jayhawks, being only the 5th foul. Jayhawks take it out of bounds. Now Roberson, double teams. Lansing's starting to put a lot of double teams on the ball. Plenty of time, 15 on the shot clock. Roberson, little spin move in the lane. Kicks it over Tumlin, three-point shot, in and out. Offensive board by Kennedy. Now Tumlin gets the ball, leans in, puts it in. As you mentioned, Gene, Tumlin can put up some points in a hurry.
Yes, he's strong.
Jayhawks by 1. 5:40 left. Now James, bounce pass to Ba. Ba cannot finish. Point blank range. Tumlin nearly has the ball stolen away. Leans in, no. Haynes with a rebound. Haynes, little left-hander is good. Seesaw game here, Gene.
Yep. Tumlin went solo all the way and kind of ran out of gas at the end.
Muskegon wants a timeout. 5:09 left to go. A 1-point game. Lansing leads 74-73 over Muskegon. John Arter and Gene Young back here at Bartell's Roy Gymnasium. A 74-73 lead for Lansing. And Gene, when you get down to 5 minutes left, every possession is so critical.
It certainly does. And community college, I think a real key, John, is they got to do it as a team. Sometimes when the guys go solo, dribbling through 2 or 3 very quick defenders, they get the ball flicked away. So they got to use their screens, use their teammates, move the ball, get high percentage shots.
Great point, Gene. Now Sidner puts the drive. Shot doesn't go. Rebounded there by James. Now Morton. Now Lansing resets their offense. There's a drive, and on the way to the bucket, Morton loses the ball, but reason being he was fouled by Kennedy. That is the 7th foul, but he'll be shooting 2 anyways. Morton misses the first. He makes the second. Roberson sets up the offense. Bounce pass into Tumlin, back to Roberson. Roberson with a drive. Puts it up, it doesn't go. Now Morton looks for the lane and draws the foul. Again, it's Kennedy with a foul. That's number 4 on Justin.
Will had that layup. He was off the glass and just rolled out. That was a key miss. Will Robinson, who's played a heck of a game.
Morton makes the first. And he misses the second. Bob with the offensive board. Lansing with 4 minutes left. A 3-point lead. Pass into James. James leans, loses the ball. Sidner passes ahead to Torrance. Torrance adjusts in the air and puts it in off the glass. Back to a 1-point lead for Lansing. Ba with a spin move, passes off, and there's James. Easy bucket. Sidner. Picked up there by Edmonds. Now Roberson. Torrance. 12 on the shot clock. Roberson kicks it back out. Tumlin, 3-point shot. A little bit short, rebounded by Edmonds. 2:49 left.
Got to make a stop here, John. Got to make a stop here.
Lansing in no hurry, willing to take some seconds off the clock as they have a 3-point lead. 12 on the shot clock. Haynes. James leans in, puts it in off the glass.
Got to give James credit for a 290-pounder, John. He's pretty agile.
That he is. Lansing calls a timeout. 2:20 left to go. It's Lansing 80, Muskegon 75. Gene with 2:20 left. Pressure's on the Jayhawks to have a good offensive set this first time down by 5.
It certainly is, and every possession is important. They can't force the ball. They got to work it around and get a high percentage shot. And the other side defense has to be extremely difficult. Don't foul them. Don't put them to the line.
Now the Jayhawks. Torrens. Checked by Morton. Torrens has his shot blocked. And stepping out of bounds after the shot was blocked, it was Morton. So it's still Jayhawk ball.
Big break for the Jayhawks here.
They're questioning whether the shot clock should have some time off because there was no possession afterwards, is what they're arguing. And they get a full shot clock. Sidner to inbound the basketball. Now Sidner in the corner. Cuts across the lane. No whistle. Now Sidner out to Roberson. Roberson, top of the key. And then he gets a bucket of 2. 3-point Lansing lead. 1:45 left. Again, the Stars willing to bleed some time off the clock, cutting down the amount of possessions.
It's important that if you're a Stars fan that they're in position for a high percentage shot when the clock's winding down.
Haynes dishes off. Bah has a shot blocked. Now James. And did the shot clock go off? No, a foul. Before the shot clock went off, they're going to say there was a foul on Sidner, which will be number 5 on Aaron. Jayhawk bench wanted an expired shot clock. So Sidnor finishes with 11 points that he scored in the first half.
Well, that was a tough call.
Yes.
The clock versus the whistle on a foul, and
now James at the line.
Coach.
The officials gathering together to make this play correct, that the ball did not go in, like Gene said. And James at the line, shooting 2.
Well, you wish it would have gone the other way, ball possession,
yes.
But it didn't. Now you hope that he doesn't make his free throws and they get possession. There's a couple.
James makes the first free throw.
This one here is critical because it means 2 possessions of 3-point baskets.
And he makes the second. Now Roberson across the timeline. Tumlin, bounce pass into Kennedy. Kennedy in the paint. And Kennedy puts it in and a timeout. 1:02 left, a 3-point game. 82-79, Lansing leads Muskegon. We'll be right back. Lansing ball. They have the lead by 3, 82-79. Edmonds checked by Roberson in the backcourt. Edmonds on the near side, 20 on the shot clock. Edmonds with the drive. He loses the ball. Right to Sanders. Sanders with a steal. Sanders too hard off the glass. And there's a rebound by Ba. And a quick outlet to Haynes. Haynes is fouled from behind. Tumlin called for the foul.
Huge miss down there, John. That's a heartbreaker right there.
It looked like Lansing was going to commit the foul, and then they pulled back and just let him shoot the ball, and they put it too hard off the glass.
Regardless of the outcome, you go back and think of 20 different things that
right.
went the right way or the wrong way, and that's what made this such a exciting basketball game. You know, we got a nice little crowd here watching the end of this. Keith Guy, the Muskegon coach, found his way in, and a lot of other good basketball fans.
Haynes makes both free throws. Now Sanders. The tip is up and good by Kennedy, and we have a timeout. 18.6 seconds left. A 3-point lead, 84-81. Lansing has the lead and the ball. Well, Gene, the Jayhawks, if they do not get a steal, they're going to have to foul somebody, but Lansing's been making their free throws.
They certainly have. Well, you imagine, you think back, and there just hadn't been much separate this team from the start. It's been a very, very tight ball game.
Yes.
Win or lose, you can't blame the officials or what have you. It's just a team effort to win and a team effort to lose.
Edmonds, no foul in the backcourt. Now they foul him with 12 seconds left. Fouls on Eddie Torrance, his second. Edmonds at the line, shooting two. He misses the first.
All right, you want to see this, Smith. 12.6 seconds left. A miss here, they would have that much time to go down, and they're going to have to try a three-point basket.
And he misses.
He got it.
And they crash the boards. And no foul is called. My goodness. Lansing to inbound the ball with 11 seconds left. Pass out. Now they call a foul.
There it is.
And then finally calls a technical foul that he's been trying to call all game. That's too bad, Gene.
Yes, it is.
That official's had rabbit ears hanging out by the Jayhawk bench all game. He's been wanting to call that. And
well, you ask him to sit down, he has a right to stand up as long as he stays in the coaching box. He wasn't calling any derogatory names to the official.
Martin misses the first free throw. And he makes the second.
Now they'll get a
Haynes hits his first. (86-81). And he misses the second. Tumlin. Sanders puts it in, and Muskegon calls a timeout. 4.9 seconds left. 86-83. We'll be right back. Lansing to inbound with 4.9 seconds left. Edmonds will inbound for the Stars. Pass into Haynes. Haynes is fouled. Roberson called for the foul. It's the double bonus, so Haynes will get 2 shots. Haynes makes the first. That may have done it.
That mathematically, it's pretty hard to get a 5-point play.
That's right.
Or a 6-point.
Haynes makes both. Now Sanders, Torrance, 3-point. Shot does not go, but the buzzer does. And Lansing wins 88-83. Lansing is now 12-4 conference play, while the Jayhawks drop to 10-6. A tough one for the Jayhawks. A very exciting game all game long. Lansing pulling away in the last minute or two.
Excellent ball game. Both teams, I would call this, if you got a 45 record, this was 87. The pace, up and down, up and down. Fun game to watch. Not a fun game to referee or coach in,
right?
Because it was so close. But from a spectator standpoint, you got to go and say both teams played hard, and a few breaks at the end. Lansing got the win.
Well, Gene, this is the final game of the regular season, but we're not done.
No, we're not done.
We're going to be back here Tuesday night.
And look at the coach got a picture of Lansing, and congratulations to him. You know, their coach has been around a long, long time, and you have to say they won the game.
Yes.
Much disappointment on the part of the Jayhawks, the kids, and the coaching staff. They had a very good regular season.
Yes. They're co-champs of the Western Conference because they won tonight. They held serve, and depending on how Lake Michigan College did down at Glen Oaks, they could win it outright, but they at least have a share of the crown.
Congratulations to them. I thought Muskegon played their heart out. You know, there's so many things in a game this close you can say they should have, they this and that, but it wasn't, the cards weren't in the deck at the final, and they came out, they won with effort but lost with points.
Well, we're excited because we're going to be back here Tuesday night doubleheader. Women's game will be at 5:30, men's at 7:30. We'll be bringing it to you here on MCC TV. We want to thank the MCC TV crew under the direction of Rod Van Nortwick. We have Brighton Worrell and Kay Messenger covering the camera and directing and producing Jayhawk basketball. For my partner, Gene Young, this is John Arter saying so long. Thanks for joining us and watching Jayhawk basketball on MCC TV. Good night, everybody.